To know a real faith is when there is circumstances you know who have a faith and who does not have. Because it's easy to say that I believe in God. It's easy that God does this and does this. But when you go to trial, is there their real faith it improve. Whether you improve your faith or you pass one side. Okay. The subject, let us read something God put in my heart. In Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Somebody read for me. I have it, but I want you to read in the congregation. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. If you are not having, I'm going to read fast. Because I have it here. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. When you submit yourself to God, you trust him, not counting on your intellect. When they say not lean on your own understanding, they're talking about the knowledge. That's your intellect only. But knowing God, trusting God is above what we call intellect knowledge. God wants a relationship. God wants us to understand. That's what happened with Noah. Okay? Noah know God. Okay? And he trusts just 70 something years somebody is building. And day and night. The children also grow up. They start also to become a fathers also. They will say, Papa, when this flood is coming, day and night we are walking, but we are not seeing nothing so far. The Bible says people getting married, people drinking and do whatever they want. They got married and marrying their children like nothing. But when time come, the flood come. The flood have never come from heaven. The water come from the underground. That's kind of very crazy flood that people have never imagined that it's going to be flooded. And then it was too late. Okay? The key point here is that trust in God beyond the logic. Trusting God sometimes you have to go beyond the logic. Your logic cannot work with God. Logic, no. Because some people want you to prove that really, how can I trust God? I can tell you how I trust God in my life in many areas. Life often presents a challenges that defy our understanding. Just as the Israelites trusted God to part the Red Sea, we must rely on God when the way seems impossible. Trusting God. Trusting God is something, it's very, very difficult. Because we're human beings. We live in the society. We hear a lot of voices. We hear a lot of things that people say already. So when it comes in the area of trusting God, we have a battle that's going in our mind. We have problem to trust, and we have also the reality we are facing. Then there is a battle. So for you to grab something from God, you have to go behind what we call logic. Because the logic, it's a reason in your mind. But for you to grab something from God, you have to put your logic, your intellect aside, your belief, what you heard, what people say, and you cross. Let me tell you. I'm going to give you an example of myself. Okay? When I was pastoring the church, more than 2,000 members, this Assembly of God in Guinea, I was having good life because those guys spoiled me. That time I was single. They give everything to me. I can go to Canada at any time I want. I just order car from Belgium. I have everything that somebody can believe, can have. I was young, but very serious with God. But when I told them that God is calling me from India, they say, Wando, here is the condition. Leave everything here. When you crack the door and you move from here, we close the door behind you and it's over. You choose between staying in luxurious or go to India. We will never support you. Which choice? I say, I choose to go to India. And then they ask me, give the key of the house. give the key of the 2 cars, because I have a car for the city. I have a car also to go to the provinces, because we have 80 churches under us, 85. So give the car. I give them, because I have my own car, so it doesn't bother me. But this guy, the minute the missionary is no more. So when I came to India, it wasn't easy. It's since 24 years I was living. But I met some Christian. Let me tell you. They tell me, ask me, man of God, you come to India. Okay, you passed the church, you left the church, you come here. How much you have in your bank balance? I say, 0. Do you have somebody in Australia? I say, 0. Do you know somebody in the US? 0. Do you do this? I say, 0. The pastor look at me and say, man of God, I advise you to pack your load. If your visa is still valid, go back to your country. This is India. I thought the guy was joking. I said, I am a man of faith, and I'm going to live here and settle in India because God wants me to settle. Okay? So, finally, I got married. I settled in India. For the last 24 years, I'm living in India. But when I landed with $100. The $100 have never finished. I travel in many nations. Even in a couple of days, I'm going to be in Malaysia. So, to tell you that it takes a faith. Faith is not only something you can say. Faith is something is beyond something. You have to align yourself with God, then your faith can be active. In a few minutes, I'm going to finish. It's a long message. But it happened with Abraham also, because I left everything. Some of my friends call me, Wando, what are you doing in India? India doesn't take care of missionary. What are you doing there? Some of my friends have everything they want, but I chose to live in India. Beside all the trials and difficulties, I still in India happily doing the work of God one way or another. Okay? God tell Abraham also to move. That's in Genesis chapter 12 verse 1. God saying, now the Lord had said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from your father's house unto the land that I will show thee. Number 2, surround the leader to guidance. Submission to God means letting go our control and acknowledging that He is way are higher than our own. Surrounding your will. It's not easy to surround your will to the will of God. Jesus himself, as a son of God, as a maker of all mankind, he was saying, not my will. If it depends on me, I'm not ready to drink this cup, but if it's your will, I will drink. Do you think it's easy? The Bible tells us that he was sweating. The sweating to transform in the blood, which means there is a struggle that was going on between him. There are times in our life we go through a lot of struggle and difficulties, let me tell you. But behind the scene, there is something happened. Okay? Something happened. That's Isaiah. You can write it down. Isaiah 55 verse 8 to 9. When we submit to his will, he not only guide us, but also protect us from making harmful decisions. God will guide us. God promise sometime unchanging. Okay? God is faithful to his words. Reflect on Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plan I have for you, declare the Lord, the plan to prosper you and not to harm you, plan to give you the hope and the future. Okay? I want to encourage you to hold on. You know, some of you, maybe you know or you don't know, recently my wife just passed away. And it wasn't easy for me, but God started to tell me, every morning, wake up and go to the gardens and minister. It wasn't easy. But bit by bit, now people have become so addicted to what I'm doing in the morning. You know, I call it arise and shine. This morning, because I'm here, I didn't do that, but every morning, arise and shine. And some people tell me, what is wrong with you? Some people writing me on Facebook, what is wrong with you? You just lost your wife and every day you go in the garden and continue to preach to people. You don't mom your wife, I say. See, human being, how do you want me to mom my wife? To sit down and look sorrowful? she's with the Lord's. And I'm doing the ministry. And many people have been blessed through my ministration. So sometimes people don't understand the plan of God. Okay? I want you to take bold step of faith. This week, trust God will hand, and God will handle the rest. Trust God. Maybe something last year you were asking and have never worked. But this week, I just want to encourage you to trust God. I don't know what is your need. I have this word, because Pastor, I have a lot of things to share, but I am going to give you time because you have to share the word of God. The power of trusting God in all circumstances, according to the proverb, prophetic anchor. This is the reason where God is releasing your step. Trust Him, for He is taking you from uncertainty to clarity, from chaos to peace. Because God is taking us, this 2025 is only champion will survive. If you are not a champion with God, as a pastor say, everybody have to do something with his life. Do something, whether in the church, do something that will change your own life. Because when you start to take the problem of others, you carry the burden of others, God remove your burdens. Because when I start ministering in the garden, I see a lot of revelation. And every single day, God is giving me new revelation to write books. I sent some of them to Pastor also. Suddenly, I used to write things. But suddenly, after my wife passed away, I will sit down in the garden early morning. By 5 a.m., I'm already there. I will get revelation. I will jot it down, and after I come and sit down and edit it. I don't know where it comes from. Some people ask me, how you get the inspiration? I say, I don't know. It happened. Because I make myself available. Make yourself available for the church. Make yourself one way or another to touch brothers and sisters. Okay? Okay. Let me say something. God see what you cannot see. God see what you cannot see. It's very difficult, huh? God see what you cannot see. So, if God see what you cannot see, what happened? God's perspective is eternal, and He orchestrated everything for His glory and good. Trusting Him means believing that He looked like a setback. Whatever you are going through, often the setback looks like setback, but it's a set up to prosper you or for the purpose. There are things that happen in your life. Sometimes you just sit there and say, oh, this is a setback. But it's not setback. God is orchestrating. He knows why. You know why these things happening to you? Because He have a plan. But sometimes because if God discloses all His plan for you, then we are going to be relaxed. We cannot make effort. God's, I call Him the God of my surprise. When my pastor was saying this morning, the God of my surprise, God is God of my surprise. Before COVID, I was in Malaysia. One day, God told me, I have a 2 envelope for you. Go to Penang. I have never been in Penang. God tell me, go to Penang. Go to Penang for what? God say, I have 2 envelopes for you. Is it not crazy? God saying, I have envelope for you. I'm going to close because my message is a very powerful message. So I'm going to give you faith, how God works things. So I tell my friend, Pastor Albert, I say, Pastor Albert, I will put petrol in your car. Let us go to Penang. He say, for what? You know that I'm a treasurer in the church. So if I go, who will take care? I say, follow me. There is 2 envelopes in Penang. If you come with me, you get 1. I give him word of knowledge. He say, oh, man of God. What again? You with your revelation and your prophecy. What is all this one? I say, follow me. I talked to him on Thursday. Friday, I insisted. Saturday, I went inside the room. I started to prophesy. I pray. I say, Father, may you arrest him wherever he is to come and find me. Tomorrow, Saturday, we have to go to Penang. Suddenly, he come to my room. He say, man of God, I think I have a second thought. I called somebody else to take care of the money. But I don't know why I have this urge inside of me to go with you. We are going to Penang. But we don't know the church. How? I say, I don't know, but God tell me to go to Penang. One thing is sure, is going to guide us. We went. On the way, there is a heavy rain, heavy. So then he was scared. I said, okay, if you're not driving, I will drive. Or just go. He said, how? Every car, everybody's stopping. I say, 2.5 kilometers, there is no rain. Believe me. Believe me, 2.5 kilometers, there is no rain. He looked at me and say, how? I say, keep moving. Exactly 2.5 kilometers, there is no rain. He looked at me and said, what? How God does speak to you, man of God? I said, that long story. Let's go. We went to the Penang, and Penang is a touristic area. There is no cheaper hotels. I take the most expensive. He thought that he's the one who's going to pay. I remove my credit card and I give and I pay. 3 a.m., God raised me. He said, wake up. I have a message for you. But on Saturday, I say, here is the church we are going. He said, where is it? I say, let's go. Go on right, go left, go straight. Next signal. He said, man of God, where are you taking me? I say, follow no. I tell you, God is with me now. He's talking to me. I say, this building that is before us? On 22nd floor, that's the church God is sending us. He said, what? 22nd floor. There is church. I say, yes. He said, how do you know? I said, my friend, I don't know how to explain to you. We go inside, we park on the ground, we park the car, and we climb up. Then we ask the concierge, hello, sir, there's any church in this building? Yes. Where is it? 22nd floor. He look at me. What? How God is giving this precision? I say, I don't know. I just vow to trust him in all area of my life. We went over there. The lady was preaching in Mandarin. I don't know nothing what she was preaching in the Chinese language. I sit down, I'm looking. He's a Chinese pastor. He understands what is going on. He said, Wando, this lady, no one even received us. We are foreigners here. I'm Chinese. I can understand what they're saying. But you are not understanding what God sent us here for. I say, shh. I say, I'm just following the God leading. In 2 hours later, the service called. No one even come to greet us. No one even received us. Who are you guys? No one. So I told him, we finish the mission. We go home. We go and sleep. Tomorrow morning, this is a church that we're going to get an envelope. He looked at me and said, this is madness. I say, follow me. You will see something. We went. 3 a.m. God said, wake up. God give me a message. In 3 a.m., the Pastor Christine, God wake him also. He say, I'm sending my servant, but he will never go empty-handed. 3 a.m., God wake me to give message for her. 3 a.m., she also say, God, I want you to send somebody to tell me something. I don't want somebody that I know from Malaysia. Somebody of different color from different nations. She asked God. When she was asking, God showed my face. We come in the morning. I didn't come to preach, nothing. We just come to the church. As I step in like this, a protocol come and meet me. Are you a pastor? I say, yes. Okay, our pastor, she's watching. She said, to receive you. We have never talked on Saturday, nothing. But he said, are you a pastor? I say, yes. He said, pastor, pastor wants you to wait. In the middle, she came and tell me, man of God, you are senior to me in the spiritual realm, and I know that God sent you. You have a message for me, because for me, not for church. Wait, after the service, I receive you. After the service, she received me. I say exactly things to her, for her son, that she tried several times to send in US. It was not possible. She was very baffled. Say, how do you know all this one? I say, we're serving the same God, no? So he told me the things. But before that, she doesn't speak English. I say, God, I don't want somebody to translate so that will mix what I'm going to say. I want you to open her head and put English in so that she can understand. Automatically, she stopped the interpreter. He said, no. Now, I just received something. The Spirit of God come on me. I don't want somebody to translate. I want one to tell me everything. Wow. After we finished, I said, okay, Pastor, I think I finished my mission. I don't know why God brought me here. I finished, we are going. She looked at me like this, man of God, you cannot go empty-handed. She went inside, took 2 envelopes. She brought it. 10,000 ringing for me, 10,000 ringing for my friend. We have never even said hallelujah in the church. Can you imagine? So some of us, what happened? We don't trust God fully. We don't follow the God leading. We don't have time even to listen to God. When we listen to God, I remember when God was speaking to me before my wife passed. I told her, don't go for the work. Don't. She forced to go. In the morning, I called her. I was wrestling with the spirit of death. I was wrestling. I tell her, come in the morning. No, I'm going to do double duty. In around 12, I call her. What is going on? Why are you not coming? He said, I'm coming around 1:45. Then, because whole night I was wrestling. Because then she called my daughter saying, your dad is going to fly now. Tell him that I'm coming to prepare for him before he go. Then he said, where is your dad? He said, he's slumbering over there in his office because, he was feeling so tired. The next thing that I'm hearing, somebody called me, are you Mr. Wando? Your wife get accident, I'm not sure. I took his body to hospital. Can you imagine that one? Whole evening, I was fighting with her to not go for walk. In the morning, I was like a spirit. Something's telling me something's wrong is going to happen. But she haven't listened to me. Whatever God decides, you cannot change it in spiritual realm. So I just want to encourage you today. Try to go deeper with the Lord. Try to go in the extreme with God. Try to hear God personally. Try to have a stand with God. So that when God will guide you, I can tell you testimony, but I want Pastor to come and to preach to us because I want to hear from him. Long time I haven't heard from him because he's a man that I like so much, which is a principle of teaching. So I want to encourage you and build you this afternoon. Trust God guidance. Trust God guidance. Even I'm going to Malaysia. I was like that. God just spoke to me. Go to Malaysia. I said, I want to go on 14. God said, go to Malaysia. So, but in my mind, I said, okay, God, I'm going to Malaysia. You asked me to go to Malaysia, but only 14. I took my phone and I called my boss. I said, boss, I'm having feeling that I have to come and relax. So, your offer is still there. Can I come? He said, hey, Wando, don't come on 14. Then he said, hey, no, I didn't tell you to not come to Malaysia. Come to Malaysia on 8 because I need you desperately. Even me, I thought about calling you so that you can come. You see the coincidence? When God was telling me, you have to go to Malaysia, I thought about 14. He said, no. I too am thinking about calling you to come out on 8. You see, because God does things like that. When we follow the voice of God and God direction, things go smoothly to us. So I want you people to be a dynamic Christian this 2025. You see, things are going smoothly for you. When you listen to the voice of God, the God guidance, there are a lot of things that I cannot share here because I'm not preaching. I'm just exhorting you. God bless you, man of God. Come over.